you go to a therapist, and in 2 or 3 years, you might see some small changes. And
Mm.
what hypnotherapists know, and I think there are other kind of therapists too that are aware of this, is change can happen very quickly. People,
Mm.
you see in one session, sometimes people change dramatically. If
Yeah.
if you know what you're doing, if they know what they're doing. There's a really interesting study where they did MRI scans of people experiencing talk therapy. And what they showed was when people have a problem or they're suffering in life, their thinking tends to come out. There's a phenomenon called coming out of the fog. Coming out of the fog is, I think I have this problem. As I begin to find words to describe it, I'm coming out of the fog.
Mm.
So there's this second stage where, as you start to wrestle with your problems, you start to put them into words. And literally, they see in MRI scans that the problem moves to the linguistic center of the brain.
Oh gosh,
It
so
actually
fascinating.
kind of moves it. Okay, but here's the interesting part. So now you've moved it from the fog to the linguistic center, but the problem is not resolved. You're just aware, okay, I have this problem.
Mm.
You're aware of it now. So then there's an attempt of a third stage, which is to try to solve that problem. And what they discovered in this study was that if the problem is not resolved, like it doesn't go anywhere, it shunts back to the fog, meaning you don't get better. You don't really resolve them.
Mm.
And what the study suggested was that there was an essential third stage. And the essential third stage would be catharsis. And catharsis could be sometimes can be emotional, meaning classically, one of the healing things you do in hypnotherapy, but any kind of therapy too, is that you bring things to the level of awareness, and then you might grieve them or laugh about them. I believe in laughing about them sometimes, because those are the cathartic states.
Mm.
Crying is cathartic, laughing is cathartic. And when you do those things, you you now go to the third stage. You essentially release the thing that is holding you back.
Mm.
And you need that third stage. And if you don't get it, you are in this perpetual cycle that goes on in the classic 3 year dilemma of go see a therapist for 3 years and make
Mm.
minor improvements. While if you move towards these cathartic approaches, you can make changes quicker, faster, and in fact in a real way.
Mm.
So this is like a little known thing. I don't know why it's not a bigger deal, but I think it should be.